Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tripoli here, back on the Lord's Mobile video. And guys, in today's video, we have Dragon Arena. Dragon Arena about, I think it was about a week ago or so. Yeah, it was about a week ago, and one of my least favorite parts, as you can see from the, the beginning, is healing up, traps, wall. Hate this kind of stuff. I wish you could just go in with into Dragon Arena with what you have, and then come out with what you have. Like as in regards to how much your wall has to how much time your wall has to repair, wall HP and whatnot, and damaged troops. I wish you could just go in with what you had. It's kind of annoying that you can't, because it's kind of a bitch to heal those troops slash heal the wall. Because I mean, at specific times, say like on my trap, I'll have hard times with the wall speed ups and whatnot that I have to use sometimes, because my wall does have a fair amount of HP to heal. All right, so let's get into this. So as you can see at the top, oh no, reinforcement from Goma's armor is being attacked by Mr. F1T Mike VM, and so we've started. We kind of jumped straight into this, and I ported myself over to, I believe, Nature Remains 3, and Goma, Goma was somewhere at this point. He got soloed by a player who actually sent his leader and a bunch of T4, got full countered, capped. It was, check this out, full countered, capped, absolutely dicked on, destroyed. But regardless, now we are trying to, so the caravans are out at this point. We're a fair ways in the match. Okay, 22 minutes. I think they come out at 20 minutes is when the caravans come out. That's when you want to have control over a set number of things. But as you can see, we've got nearly full control over what's going on, and we got full control over the caravans and whatnot. But as you can see, we did just come in for a rally and we smoked it. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Zoe who had started the rally, sent the rally, and then failed, or it was Bomer. We came at them. We sadly got full countered, as you'll see here in a second. It was actually Bomer who set the rally and launched it. But as you can see, we came against, we went full cav, and we got full countered by the range, like rock, paper, scissors, rock against paper. He just kind of got stomped on by this guy. He has some decent stats as well, so it's nothing to, it was a good attempt, I guess. That's the best way I could probably put it. As you can see, somebody's invading my turf. It's this Provolone looking dude. I mean, I don't really know how to pronounce that name. Prostovo. We're gonna call him Provolone for the rest of the video. Okay, so we've got this guy Provolone here, and he's coming in with an infantry march. So obviously I'm gonna switch around. I'm gonna go full cav. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I gotta switch to cav formation. Put on some cav gear, majority cav stats, and see if I can take this. Well, he's, I believe, sending 375k compared to my 250k, or no, I had 383. So he sent 250k against my 383,000 troops, and I fared pretty well, because he sent 250k T4 infantry against basically all range. Only had a little bit of cav in there, and there was only T3 cav. So I think I fared pretty well, nearly beat him. So yeah, I mean, dude doesn't have that great of stats, obviously, being that he did so well. But as you can see, he's sending in another march, probably some extra troops. So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to send my my strongest march in there, full T4 range, because I'm strongest in range. And I'm gonna come smack him out of the fort, because I want this. I want this fort pretty badly. 50%. If you don't know the game at all, it's a 50% attack boost for the entire guild. I did end up looking at this, and I did see that I didn't have my familiar, one of my ranged familiars, in the battalion, so I had to switch that out. But we ended up getting switched that out, and we came at him with 250k range, absolutely mopped the floor with him. He only had 200k T3 in there, no leader, nothing. So he got just absolutely destroyed. So at this point, all that's left to do is send our march in there with our leader. I think we send a mixed march right there, and to better help the fort out. Maybe we can get some reinforcements on the fort itself, and basically hold it down from this guy. But you'll see what happens here in a moment. as you can see, like at the bottom of the score right now is 220,000 to about 137,000. We're kind of kicking this guild's ass right now, and we're just starting to take the lead from them. As regards to points and whatnot. And this guy doesn't. Provolone, Mr. Provolone here is pretty fucking persistent on coming at me time after time. He sends a 375k. He even troop boosted. He troop boosted just to hit me out of the fort, right, guys? Kind of funny, thinking back on it. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go equip all my infantry gear that I possibly can with the most amount of infantry stats, and I'm gonna try to take this in infantry formation and see how well I do. My infantry gear, if you know from previous videos, is not the best. So there's no doubt about it that I'll probably lose this, especially being that he's got 375k march between my 250k mixed. It's just not good. Yeah, as you can see, he basically only took about a third of my total wounded troops. It wasn't too well, but you know what? I think I fared all right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get my leader back, and I'm going to come right back at him with 250k range, and you'll see what happens here in a moment. It's actually kind of funny. I'm about to, because I'm about to go send infantry at him because my infantry sucks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send range. My range is strong. I know that for a fact that my range gear is definitely better than his. I think my 250k T4 range can beat his 375k, easy peasy. So what do? I send it. Full send, guys. We're going to send our full range, 250k against his 375k. And you'll see what happens. My march is just walking. Walking's got 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, walking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it hits, burns him out. 375k by, yeah, look at that. Oh no, he had 322k, my bad. So he had 322k. As you can see, my range beat him out by about I think 13k. So my range gear is obviously definitely stronger than his, being that I was short about 72,000 troops compared to his, and I still whooped his ass right on the fort, range on range. This is a Perchy rally, as you can see, leaderless against his this other guy's leader who had his leader in the fort, and we won by like 100 and 100 and something rather troops. So as you'll see here in a second, we decided to go after Mr. Provolone here. I decided to go after him. I filled up a rally. I was like switching around gear, trying to fake him out to kind of think maybe I'm going this or this or this. Maybe you couldn't see it because we were like half one trooping. We weren't really one trooping. We were kind of doing a shit show of a job. Well, guys, I got capped. The rally didn't do jack shit, and I got a bunch of wounded T4. So he throws up the little happy emoji, and he didn't drop too much. So I was like, hey, there's only about 9 minutes left. There's no way they're gonna get anything back. Hey, Perch, you want to go rally him? He's like, yeah, for sure. Let me go rally him. Let me test him out. Right? So he comes in with a rally. Not really sure what we sent, but the rally at this point is kind of marching. We're one trooping. We're doing a lot better at one trooping him this time. We got a lot more people one trooping him, so it's kind of more clouded. His watchtower is, and the rally is just walking. It's got about 16 seconds at this point, 13, 12, and it's just continuing to walk. At this point, I kind of expected this guy to at least drop a good amount. Perchy's got his cav gear on, as you can see, so I think we did send cav, but being that he could probably see what we were sending, I think he was able to full counter because he saw what Perchy's gear was. Well, guys, that's definitely not where we stopped it. I think Bomber ends up setting a rally as well on him, and we ended up hitting him with like 1.8 million troops. Again, got capped, so I didn't want to show it because it was kind of like a repeat thing of just kind of rallying and getting capped. Didn't drop him too much. He kept healing and stuff. It was kind of boring. But guess what, guys? I decided to go after a different guy, and I set a rally. I almost forgot to switch gear, but I switched gear last second. And guess what, guys? He had 2.8 million troops, and I wounded about 1,140,000 of them, and it was pretty. It was a pretty nice hit. Pretty sure I got full counter on it. Absolutely he ate absolute shit. Here comes Perchy with a solo. He's down to 142 million might, and Perchy absolutely burns him. 142 down to 135, about a 7 million might drop total. And this guy is pretty much toast. Doesn't have too many troops left, but he does have a few troops left that are probably about to get mopped up from the rest of the crew. This guy doesn't have the best comp in the world, but definitely one that he can hide, so it's not really that big of a deal for him. He doesn't have too big of a comp, but so something that you can join rallies and basically just hide with if you absolutely need to. As you can see, Zoe gets the burn, but Perchy, on the other hand, does not get the burn. He gets the smoke. Kind of go in, and they ended up zeroing him. We ended up winning. Here's the rewards that we got. Some nice rewards overall. Got a lot more of the Dragite than usual. And what is there left to do when Dragon Arena is over? That's go solo some random people. You just YOLO at everybody, and guess what? We came at this Coco Rust guy, and I was on call Perchy. I was like, yo, dude, I'm gonna beat you to him. I'm gonna beat you to him. And it was like a race to see who could get there first. I got there first. I burned him. Got nearly all of his troops right there. Perchy only got the scraps. Perchy, if you're watching this, or Moth, yeah, eat that, buddy. Absolutely eat that shit. I beat you to him. Fuck you. So yeah, I beat him to him. It was kind of like a race between us two, and I got majority of the troops. And guess what? He's got troops coming back. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna send another solo. And I know Percy watches this, so he'll end up seeing this. But and guess what? He's got some more troops coming back. So guess what? We're gonna send another solo at him, and we're gonna try to burn his troops. And I'm going to try to beat Perchy to the solo again. And I do end up beating him to the solo. And guess what? Got the full 200k on that. Full 200k, T3. Nothing, nothing too big, just leaderless T3, I believe. But did screw him up overall. I sadly did not save any of these reports, so there won't be no report segment or anything. What I had was what I had for footage, as in regards to reports. But if you guys like the video, drop a like, subscribe, comment, give me some constructive criticism. Love to see the constructive criticism. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.